we just did a group ride here this past Sunday. We had 30 people show up here. Check out this picture of the group ride. I mean, this is one big group ride.
We had so much fun.
First time ever Scot Mendenhall and friends did it, and there we are. We were riding on some sweet paths out in the wooded area. It was so cool to have. We had a couple two-wheelers in there, bicycles and stuff. But it was a great event. So many people coming out said they'd never really seen kids, the Groms riding. And so we had a lot of Groms riding with us, which made it a lot of fun. Here's some more video footage, or not video, but here's more pictures from the Scot Mendenhall and Friends group ride that we did on Sunday. Just hanging around, chatting for a while, getting to meet people. We served hot dogs and hamburgers before we went. We had some boosted boards going there. We had a unicycle.
We had
or
bikes.
a
EUC.
Thank you, an EUC. Tons of... Pause right there on that picture. Right there that I met Nick. We met him for the first time. He was at Dirt Surfers 2 weeks ago. He won his age group. Going to potentially try for pros next year, so we could be in the makings, in the presence of a future contender at the ORO. So it was... that was pretty sweet to meet Nick, Duke, and Mob. Some of the young Groms there. Custom fender right there. This dude ripped on that skateboard. Like, he rode. He made me nervous when he rode.
He looks like he's having fun, though.
Oh, he had a blast. But he was flying. He thought he was Superman. His shirt was Superman. He was riding like Superman. And so...
This is some good shots.
Yeah, it was good. I never got to talk to the dude riding on the EUC, but I would have loved to stepped on that and given it a go.
I thought about asking, and then I chickened out.
Yeah, I thought too. I never asked, though.
I was like, we don't need to be doing all that.
No, probably not. Probably not. That's okay.
Maybe next time.
Oh, it's so beautiful out.
Some of the
Look
young
green.
lady Groms rocking their pints out there. There's some of the guys.
There's the cheetah pants.
My cheetah pants and Blake. And then here's announcing, so you know, Sunday, June 26th, group ride. Free barbecue outside Champlain Man's Theater at 12 p.m. And right afterwards, let's see if we can get more than 30 people riding. That would be so awesome. So there you go. Put it on your calendars if you're local. June 26th. We had people drive in from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Which
Awesome.
we live in Minnesota. That was hours drive to come ride with
awesome.
us. Good thing we
That's
gave
so
them something
cool.
to eat. Thank you if you're at all watching today. Thank you for hanging out with us. It was a pleasure to meet all of you. Nick, who you saw the picture, we're going to have him on in a couple weeks on the podcast. So it is sweet to meet so many of you out there. Well, let's talk really quick while we're on group ride situations. How to ride in group rides. Like, Lily, are there do's and do-nots on group rides, or is it just free-for-all? What are you saying?
Yes.
It's free-for-all?
No, there are lots of do's and do-nots.
So there's group ride etiquette?
Yeah,
There's
group ride etiquette, Holly. Thank you. I like that.
So it's a lot similar to if you're on a path with, like, and this is how we do it, but there was an instance on Sunday where we were, like, taking up the whole path, and there was a kid next to me. He's a child. I mean, he was probably like 8 years old. And this biker just comes flying. And he had to correct himself so fast. But if you just stay on the right side all the time, like if you were even riding a bike, stay on the right side, then probably wouldn't have had to deal with that. Or like being constantly aware there's probably other people on the trail. So to be aware of that. And then another thing is like knowing how fast you want to go. Not everyone might want to go that slow or that fast. So letting people ahead of you or behind you.
Yeah, a couple other things on group ride, and we had a great turnout and a great run at it. So these aren't spoken of like we had a bad group ride. It was like, oh, you know, this is a fun topic because a lot of people get a one wheel and they just go ride and like, what's the etiquette? And a lot of it is just common sense. But one of the cool things about group rides is getting to know people. And so riding with somebody that can ride your speed and just talking with them. Don't be that. No, you can. It's cool if you want to. But don't just slap in headphones and just go off and do your... No, get to know somebody. It was so cool to just ride and chat with Blake and Nick and a few others out there and Matt that you just get to chat with and you get to learn their story. It was so cool to do that. And the one way we did our group ride is that periodically we would stop for those that would have foot fatigue and stuff and just stop with the group. Hang out for a second, and then get going again with the group. Those just make it a lot of fun to hang out with each other, and then ride within common sense speed. Like somebody was telling us a story of how somebody came up behind them on the last group ride they were on and clipped them from behind, made them fall. Just be mindful of, like, if you're coming up on somebody and you're going to pass them, say, on the left or on the right so they know because they can't see behind you. Those are some simple things that you can do to ensure a safe and fun group ride for yourself, especially if you're new to the electric device
Call out
family
group ride.
Rocks and potholes.
Yeah. Call out rocks and potholes are great too. That's super kind of you. Hey,
Call out wild animals if you see one.
Yep. We didn't see any. Oh, actually, we saw some snakes and turtles. Those
Really?
are it.
I missed
But nonetheless, thank you for
Well-
those that rolled with us. It was so. Seriously, it was great. It was.
You
we
didn't
couldn't even-
encounter any squirrels?
No squirrels. Thank you. I do want to say a big thanks to everybody that watches every week on our YouTube channel, our podcast, or you listen to it. Without you, what would be the point? It would be just us hanging out in here doing nothing. Subscribe to the channel as we try to pump out as much one-wheel content.